I think the Wind Ranger was the most obvious option here, right? It gives them something to fight into, you know, Bat and Spirit Breaker really early on. I don't think it's the best hero versus Puck, to be completely honest. I feel like Puck has so many ways to disjoint Wind Ranger's abilities. And honestly, as the draft progressed, I was feeling Tundra's draft more and more, because even though the SB and the Bat Rider on paper are countered by the Split Seeker, I feel like the rest of Tundra's draft makes so much sense. The Puck is going to be excellent in like tunneling on these backline supports and SD, and it's going to be so good at like silencing the techies and making rotations early on. The Coil also counters the Pango. I think Juggernaut has such a good core-to-core matchup when it comes to Bloodseeker, and we've seen Juggernauts completely pop off in the late game. And I think the Silencer covers what counters Tundra by Team Secret. It covers the lasso, it covers the disruption save from Secret, and Tundra have the better late game scaling too. What I don't like about Secret's draft is I just don't feel like they have anybody to take advantage of the ancient stacking that we talked about either. But, but I mean, Secret's draft could work. I just think Tundra approached their last 3 picks really well.
And they're also doing offlane Pango, which is typically not where it's played. It's usually played in the mid lane.
Pretty weak in the offlane.
But the upside is that it's not going to die to Jug very often. You can get away from him. They can definitely kill the support. The Silencer, he's not very mobile. So if Sneyking makes mistakes, definitely punishable.
Actually, you're right. That's probably why they thought that it was going to be a Pango offlane, because I remember when Pango first came out, it was like, oh, this is the Jug counter. He spins on you and you just swash away, you know.
But then later in the game, Jug just Omni Slashes Pango, and then he can't do anything.
This is true.
He can't do anything in the late game versus Jug. So.
It's a best of one. We're in a round robin tiebreaker, and whoever wins game 1 has got the upper hand, of course, going into that second game. We're going to find out who is going to take this first best of one, and we're going to start this best of one in style with the powerful pandas.
Prepare for battle.
Don't be negative.
Could be worse.
Positive.
Oh, wait, no, I couldn't.
Ooh, that was the powerful Pandas, and we're about to head into a powerful match indeed. We've got 3 best of ones ahead of us, and perhaps another 3 best of ones, and so on and so forth, because it is tiebreaker day. We've got 3 teams and 1 spot. Avery, early bets on who that's going to be. I just want to get your thoughts. Just before we even see these teams play today, who do you think has been looking the best of these 3 teams?
I think it's going to be EG.
Why?
They have the most blue in their logo.
They don't have any blue in their logo anymore. It is a white and black logo, because that's what all esports teams are doing now. No color, no fun, just geometric shapes and black and white.
They have the least amount of stand-ins. We'll go with that one, huh?
That is not true.
Why is that not true? Isn't FBZ technically a stand-in right now for Secret?
I wouldn't call it, but sure. Well, yeah, sure. Okay.
He's on loan. I mean, whatever.
He's on loan. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it honestly kind of speaks to the depth of the Dota scene right now that a lot of these teams are able to just plug players in last minute and still look pretty damn good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's ever been the case in the history of Dota. It used to be you got a stand-in and it was a death sentence. You were just done. Yeah, now it's like you got a stand-in, you might even be better.
Yeah, you might win a major.
Exactly. Well, that was kind of a fluke, but yeah, I mean, any of it's possible.
2-time fluke.
I think EG has just looked like the highest potential of all these teams, but they have been hit or miss in terms of tying everybody. Yamich gonna try and walk it off, but
oh, it's just enough. First blood goes to Sneyking. Skiter is going to take a lot of damage on his way back out, but this is not what you want to see if you are Secret, mostly because this Juggernaut hero, I mean, Effie was talking about it on the panel. It's been popping off late game. It has great stats so far in Dream League. It's been picked up 9 times, 6 wins, I believe. So, you know, it's a winning hero right now, and Skiter in particular is a winning carry. So this combination is kind of scary. They want to shut him down and are unable to get a return kill.
Yeah, he has Fairy Fire Wand. You got to keep it in mind. You are keeping the thirst up, though, at least for Crystallis on his Grandmaster tier Bloodseeker. Man, every time Seeker get Bloodseeker Monkey first phase, they I feel like their win percentage goes up by 20 or 30. Just makes their entire draft way more comfortable. He gets one of his signature heroes down here in the safe lane. Puppey can enable him on the lane. The game just goes way smoother for Secret, and then all of a sudden FBZ and Armel have a lot of pressure taken off them. So this is fitting that paradigm. Secret are looking pretty good this game, at least. Yeah, I think being comfortable for them.
I overheard the panel. I believe Purge was talking about the fact that, you know, a lot of people give shit to Crystallis for having a low hero pool, but it's simply not true.
Who?
Well, the audience, community members.
You show me someone who's giving Crystallis shit, and I'll give you Lelis's hotel room number.
Okay. All right. Well, could somebody go ahead and speak up?
And you can go take it up with him any day of the week. He's waiting.
He is waiting. He's a battler. Anyway, what was I saying? Crystallis. He actually has played a lot of heroes, particularly at Dream League. He's been successful on a lot of them. But I think where that rumor, where that idea stems from, is the fact that he plays two very specific heroes quite a lot and is very good at them. His two Siggies, of course, Monkey King and Bloodseeker. Those are the two heroes that he has picked way more often than any of his other heroes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having some Siggies, man. You know, it's like Crystallis plays Monkey King, be like, oh, it's another Crystallis Monkey King. Miracle plays Invoker. It's, oh my God, Miracle Invoker.
Oh, Miracle Invoker.
Oh, I mean, you can't have it both ways, you know?
Yeah.
I also think he had one of the most diverse hero pools at TI.
Yeah, it was pretty diverse.
And I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really there. I wasn't watching, but I feel like he did pretty well at that tournament. So.
Wait, you weren't watching?
Just saying, getting.
I think we cast.
Don't it's the only game where you can get second at a like $20 million tournament or whatever, and people are like, I wasn't that good.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't believe in some of those players, you know. I think they just got carried by the grandeur that is the Puppey.
I'll tell you why people like to hate on him, though. It's because he plays that like pseudo-sacrificial carry role. He's not one of these guys that
hate that
AFK farms and goes ultra late and like has 0 deaths, right? He likes to get in the mix, get in the fights. He'll join early engagements. He'll play these skirmishy type heroes. There's a reason he likes the Bloodseeker or the Monkey King, because he wants to be active. He wants to get in people's faces. He wants to be involved at all points in the game. And a lot of times, if your team is not winning, then you just look doubly as bad when you play that style, because it's like you're not going to be like 7-0 and lose the game. And
sure,
like, oh, he was doing his best.
Yeah, I mean, Arteezy is knocked out of the tournament, but people still love to watch him play.
Yeah,
carry.
exactly. Crystallis is heating up here as we're praising him, going for the double kill.
Blood right? It's easy. All right.
I mean, this is why this hero's a first base hero right now. People are just very confident constructing extremely strong lanes with him blind. Like, you got to remember, people are taking this Bloodseeker blind, and he's just demolishing lanes. That is the value of the pick.
What about our mid hero? This one stood out to me. The Armel Wind Ranger. Not really what I would associate with Armel. Certainly, has a lot of other heroes that I think of as being, you know, great Armel heroes, but Wind Ranger, not one of them. And the stats back that up too. He has a sub 50% win rate on it.
I mean, that might be pretty good for Wind Ranger stats, though. I mean,
you think? Wait, is Wind Ranger? What do you mean?
I mean, historically.
Oh, historically.
You know, who has a positive win rate with Wind Ranger?
Yeah, that. Yeah, I could see that.
You gotta look at the baseline. You know, maybe. I don't even know if that's true. His was damn good. I think Armel's Wind Ranger is absolutely fine. He's very comfortable with the hero, plays it a decent amount. He likes these killers, right? I feel like Armel has 2 styles. He either plays kind of the racers or the killers. Not much in between. So this just fits that style. It's like the Wind Ranger, the Tiny, the Puck. These are his killers. The farmers for him tend to be like the Templar Assassin.
DK was one of them.
Yeah, Dragon Knight. Occasional Shadow Fiend a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
So this patch, I think Secret they just want him to be the killer, and I think that fits what I'm seeing, at least in the meta. I feel like the 2 and the 4s are the heroes that really give you the damage and the kill threat. I think that's why Timber's the first phase pick right now. Timbersaw is basically one of these mids that guarantees you can always threaten somebody on the map. Sure. That's just nice to have, as well as
Charge. Disruption going out, but all of this kerfuffle for a rune that does not spawn. Immersion tries to go for the TP out, but I believe they've got him. He does indeed fall. Power rune did spawn on the other side, and that'll be gifted over to Malrine, so he gets an invis and a refill on the bottle.
Nice rotation from the rune. Will end up paying off with that early focus fire. I mean, anytime you can get kill off cooldown with focus fire, you're very happy here. That pushes Armel to the top of the leaderboard here. And really, the real loser out of all of this has just been 33. That bottom lane got destroyed early on. He's been having to creep skip, get what he can down here. He's getting massively out-leveled. this is an offlane bat rider that's falling behind, whereas like for FBZ, as we saw before, he's just sitting up there with Vanguard, and he is still going to be getting
Oh, I think he's dead here.
This is just a tough lane to enter.
They still have blast off to be able to throw out. He just didn't want to use it at any time. Very curious. FBZ popping his wand to hop over the cliff there. Smooth move, actually dodges a blood grenade and potentially a death by doing that move.
This is one of those interesting situations where it's like, which stacked offlaner would you want to take, right? I mean, obviously 33 is having a harder time than FBZ, but would you have a utility Pango or utility Bat Rider?
I would rather have a utility Pango.
I tend to agree. The only upside for Bat is with this max Firefly, you can always catch up pretty fast. Like, I feel like this happens to 33 a lot. His early laning phase is bad, then he gets some item, and then he's just, you know, early bots or something to catch up in the farm, and he usually gets back up there.
I guess I'll say at 20 minutes, I want the utility Pango. At 40 minutes, I want the utility Bat Rider, right? Like, it's going to take a while for the Bat Rider to get back into the game, but he will get back into the game. Whereas Pango, he can have an immediate impact no matter what his farm kind of is, as long as
He's going to be useful, though.
Got level 6, and yeah, well, I guess we'll have to...
Like, there's a Shadow Demon Shard that can come out. He has to play into the Purge. Wind Ranger, the second you Shackle Bat, he might just get ruptured. That team fight's over for him. I don't know if this is like the easiest back game. I mean, it's a product of him being first pick. 33 is just going to have to suck it up here for Tundra as they continue to try and build some stacks and gain some economic advantage in this game. I feel like they just want to go late at this point with the Juggernaut.
FBZ is surrounded. He's probably going to swashbuckle up the hill, and oh, hey, there's 33.
He's got to farm a stack at the same time. Look at that.
That is efficiency. Though it is not the most efficient kill for Tundra. That is 5 heroes to kill FBZ's Pango. He's like, nice. Yeah, I'd be dropping something like that too if I was FBZ. Like, guys, you can't blame me for that death. They literally brought every single player that they have to my lane, and I don't even have a support in my lane right now.
You think that's what it's like playing with Puppey? Every time you die, Puppey's like, yo, bro, how'd you die? Commander. There were 5.
There were 5.
I swear.
Why didn't you outplay them?
Well, then you should have killed all 5. Look at the camp stacked. Tundra are really trying to just go into this mid-late game strong. Yamich wants his stack, but he won't get it all. Oh, no.
Maybe Armel can punish. Yeah, he'll get the kill on Sneyking. Yamich is like, wait, I want the experience. Bro, come back.
That's the thing. You're talking about 5 heroes for this kill, but I feel like in this patch, it's honestly not that bad.
Just because of a shared assist gold that you get?
Yeah, the gold's so much.
Yeah.
Like, that kill that they got on FBZ, it ended up being split 4 or 5 ways. It's like 270, right?
Yeah.
That's not an insignificant amount of gold to just run over, throw a spell, or run back to lane. It's like the equivalent of 2 CS per hero. That's pretty reasonable. So if you're willing to try and guarantee it, it's not like you get nothing out of it and it just destroys your game flow. You miss a creep wave, you feel bad. I feel like a lot of these early kills are just always worth it, especially for the supports. I think if you're a support this patch, anytime you're getting a big core kill, like, you TP for that sometimes even. It's just so much extra XP guaranteed. And that is exactly what you're looking for. You just want support ults in a lot of these games. Nice disruption dodge. Armel does not have ult here, though.
I mean, they're going to have to commit pretty heavily to get this kill. Blast off coming in through the side. Nice hit. 33, meanwhile, has to lasso up the kill and then TP out, but it's not going to happen fast enough. FBZ, I mean, your idea, your concept of, like, it's always worth it to be able to jump in one of these team fights. FBZ TP'd for this engagement, right? Like, Secret brought all 5.
I mean, yeah, and that's Crystallis happy to join all these fights. Well, looks like he got a delivery.
No. He came back empty-handed.
Hey, Armel, can you sign for this package?
Must have been room service.
It's, oh no, that machete is not mine. 2 doors down. Oh, thanks a lot. Yo, Puppey, they tried to deliver me your latest item.
Maureen, oh, jumps over to his orb. They do not see him, but he'll TP out just in case.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tundra still looking for these support levels, man. They're just stuck at the 5s, and it hurts. It really hurts them. When you have these types of lineups where you need the extra damage to come through, especially when your offlaner is having a rough game, you're just missing a lot of that mid game. Again, like, is the fallback just you're just going to farm for Jug here forever? I feel like you're opening up a pretty large window for Secret. going in the next 10 minutes here. If they can get some team fights going, get some push going. Maybe that's the part where their lineup kind of lacks. This last pick, Wind Ranger, didn't really give them some super early objective taker or map presence. Not that that pick was obvious, but you could have gone for something like a DK if you feel like it's viable, or even the Tiny gives you a little bit more, right?
Sure.
I guess you can run up and focus fire towers.
That's what I was going to ask. Like, is there anything wrong with that, or do you feel like putting that on cooldown that way is not worth it?
I don't know. If I'm in this game and I see Armel run up and focus fire a tower, I'm coiling him and TPing my entire team. Like, this type of coil is a little deep, but if he's up on your side of the river, then you can connect the charge, you can bring the Bat Rider in, and that's the type of engagement Tundra are looking for. Again, this goes back to those games yesterday we saw Tundra play. It feels almost defensive from them, right?
Yes.
Like, they're playing for the late game, they're going to stack up, they're going to play efficiency, let 33 rat out the map, and they're going to make you go into them.
You've played with some stand-ins in your time. Do you feel like teams naturally play a bit more defensive when they have stand-ins? Like, naturally, if you're going to play a very aggressive game, isn't that like a game that you have to play a little bit cleaner?
Atos instantly punishing Immersion on that charge.
Yeah, great play by Armel.
He is very farmed on this Wind Ranger. The faster you get this build up, the tankier you are, the stronger you are, the base damage starts to increase. I don't think stand-ins innately make you play defensive. I think it depends on the stand-in. I don't know. Most of the stand-ins I had were like psychopaths, so I tended to just run at people and lose.
Who did you have standing in for you again?
Excalibur. That guy's a psycho.
Psychopath Excalibur, of course.
I'm kidding.
Everyone knows that kid is wild. Loses at any moment. Literally the most even kill-hauled kid out
I
there.
don't know what other stand-ins I've played in.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sometimes your actual teams feel like stand-ins, you know? They all blend together. Like, was that an actual roster? There's another coil mid. Marina's just looking for these kills. Finally, he will find one in +2 for the King as his brain grows.
King? No.
Sneyking. We know.
Because Aster's still in the tournament, so you can't call him the King.
But Sumail's the King in the East.
Oh, Western King. King of the West. Okay, I could deal with that.
I mean, Sneyking is my king. He won a TI. Managed to drag 4 Europeans to that Aegis. That is a monumental effort.
Yeah, that was really some heavy lifting.
Yeah, when Sumail did it, he had 4 NA buddies with him. That's basically cheating at that point. So we'll give the edge to him. Now it's just a question of how fast Armel can get this Gleipnir online. Because once he gets that, Malrine is going to have trouble in the fight. The Breaker can't charge through. More control for the Bat Rider. This is a good Gleipnir game. It's also just going to set up a lot for his team. You can Gleipnir people into the Techie Stun, into more poison stacks, Blood Right. The swashbuckle and the rolls come through because people are stuck or clumped together.
Yeah, your roll is going to feel a lot better, that's for sure. Though he is pretty close to Blink Dagger. FBC went Vanguard, and he's got 1,500 gold right now, so he's closing in on that.
I mean, Secret are cruising through this game. They don't have a gold lead, but it does feel like they're in a decent position to start ramping up the pressure and taking the fights. The Tundra, are they ready for that? Like, you have Battle Fury Jug and Octarine Bat Rider.
Ooh,
these are good farming tools, but not the great fightist.
You know Skeeter's around here, but Skeeter, nice play, good awareness. He pops out, spins on the creep wave, tries to kill it, and TP's back. Like, that's a super efficient move. Now, the nice response from Secret was they glyphed the tower, or glyphed the creep wave rather, so it would stay alive so they could finish off the tower easily.
The question is, are you going to go to the gate? Are you going to defend your own tier 1 in this game? I think you definitely want to if you're Secret, based on the fact you're so much stronger. That's what Puppey and Armel decide to do. They wait for Roshan to pop out. But Secret, just playing it slow. They have huge ancient stack Crystallis is clearing through right now. Absolutely going to work. This was set up by probably yamich earlier. And he is getting powered up on the Bloodseeker. Almost a 12 off this. Oh, it's farm and chill time.
I mean, we keep talking about, okay, they're ramping up. Did you say this BKB Gleipnir, that's got to be go time, right? Like,
yes.
Let's not ramp up any further past that. Let's actually, you know.
No, I don't think you want to let Tundra just farm out this map. I think that's when this team is scary. They have a lot of rat potential this game between the Octarine Bat Rider, who's going to go bot second. Again, 33, just playing the catch-up build. He's not interested in fighting. He's interested in getting his net worth back from the slow start. And you have the Blink Malrine Puck. So Puck is really hard to catch this game for Secret. The Bat's also going to be obnoxious. This game is going to get stalled out, which means when you hit your power points, you need to find the fights or at least force something out of Tundra. That's where that lack of objective taking, I think, just makes it weird. Because what is your way to force Tundra to fight you in this game? It's not that straightforward.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Like, these goals are just kind of free. Where's the punish? And that's just free info for Tundra. They get a couple TPs out of it. They see some heroes mid. That is space. That is farm time. That is Battle Fury Jug clearing through Ancients.
Would you consider Blink Dagger on the Wind Ranger too to help get you some more lockdown?
It's not a bad idea here. Hurts your damage a little bit, but it might just be necessary.
Because otherwise, Mallory, like, he's doing this right in front of 4 here.
Yeah, this is the problem. Like, that's your answer. You need some sort of silence, Orchid, or instant stun, but
I mean, even if they do manage to, like, catch him initially, right, you could still global silence. There is nothing happening in this game for such a long period that if you only catch a hero once every 2 minutes, then, you know, global silence is going to be able to counteract that.
I feel like Tundra are getting way more out of the map right now, given the position. Like, Secret itemized for these mid-game fights, and Tundra are just itemizing to go ultra late. And you can't help but feel like Juggernaut does carry this game. I don't really see anything preventing skiter from 1v5 in the late game.
Early on, they splash and just a spin TP out. That's another big problem. They do not have a way to be able to stop spin TP.
Secret are getting destroyed on the map right now, and they finally roll on the TP.
Are they actually going to be able to get this kill, though? 33 is going to come in. Flame break. Global Silence goes out as well. The Rolling Thunder covering him. They need to be able to stop 33. They got to get something out of this, and they do. Thankfully, FBC was able to get the shield crash up the cliff. Hits 33, and we'll finally get something. Boom, all their heroes are here, so it's not like super efficient for them, but it would have been a total abject disaster if they didn't get a single hero kill.
Still doesn't feel great, though.
Yeah.
You all went bottom for a Bat Rider. Your top lane got pushed in by Immersion. Skiter has been going to town on Ancient stacks. Just very efficient plays from Tundra here.
I think that my favorite part is Skiter TP to tier 2 mid.
Yep, and instantly went into that triangle.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. They're just not missing anything right now. I mean, the call has been made. We're going to stall this game out, find picks, get the hell out. They have a lack of TP cancel for the Jug. And now you find some big core openings. You're going to punch them even harder.
Now, they don't have the Omni Slash, so this kill is not so guaranteed. Crystallis popping his BKB and uses it to run away. They're charging again. I guess they figured Bloodseeker is... Oh, nice shackle. Bulldoze was not used in that, so Gleipnir, he's just going to die from this one, it looks like. Oh, no, Armel. He fogged himself by going behind the trees, so a couple shots missed, and now they're in big trouble. Win run up in a second, but he's silenced for too long. Now the coil on it too, and this is the problem right here with Tundra. They can play it slow, they outfarm you, they put you in a position, but they will fight sometimes, and that just feels so bad when you know they're outscaling you, and they still manage to win a big engagement. Now it feels like you are so far down.
All of a sudden, this map is going to collapse. That was your Gleipnir Wind Ranger timing that we felt was going to be really good in this game. They got nothing out of it. Tundra just bringing the reinforcements. Good part of the map for them to fight in by their tier 1. Hard for Secret to try and return fire when their Bloodseeker's the one getting gone on there. And you have Healing Ward just backing up the sustain. I mean, Skeeter's a problem this game. They do not have a Juggernaut answer. Who is man fighting him? Bloodseeker does not win this matchup. And the Pango Wind Ranger are just not helping enough unless you can land some crazy shackle on him.
How much longer would you give it for, like, because, like, Secret, they do have a time here, right? Like, at some point, they're just going to be kind of out of gas. At least that's the way I look at it. I don't think anything can really challenge this Juggernaut and the control they have from Puck Bat Rider to help that carry.
Honestly, it already feels a little out of their control because they don't have the... I'm not seeing the catch answers. So if you're not going to start killing Tundra on the map, then I think you're just slowly getting out farming. You are slowly getting outscaled. Unless Pango gets to, like, damage Pango territory.
Yeah, and that's the problem, right? Like, he has been building for initiation and utility. Like, this is not a scaling Pango build. We could talk about, like, hey, you know, like, Pango scales up, Bloodseeker, Wind Ranger. That's 3 different cores that can all scale somewhat. Maybe that can outdo the Juggernaut, but these sort of builds, they need to get kills out of it. And there's one. They get the pick off onto Immersion, but they got to keep this going. Got to build up some momentum. But look at Tundra. Again, they are not willing to give you the opportunity to strike first a lot of these situations. They're actually going to get the smoke initiation and get the pick off.
Maureen was even looking behind there. Another +2. Happy to retake this jungle area every time Secret have invaded it. Tundra have brought numbers back here and reclaimed this space, refusing to give Secret advantage on the map, and also just controlling that Roshan. They can go in the Radiant Pit right now. They have Healing Ward. They have Jug. This is what this hero can give you. Really solid objective taking when you group up.
All right, Avery, I'm calling it for plan A for Secret. Now you got to go plan B.
What is plan B?
You got to go to super crazy late where the game gets weird. You got to start getting FBZ to scale. Don't go the Yule Scepter. I mean, if they get this Roshan, which if they smoke, they are getting here quickly. If they could stop this from happening, this would be fantastic.
Oh, they get a fight in the pit with Rolling Thunder.
Oh, FBZ, he's going to be able to blink in. He goes for the Bat Rider first. Jumping around. Is somebody going to get inside the pit? The Juggernaut's almost finished this one out. The coil is stopping all these heroes. They need to be able to finish up this Roshan now. Skiter is going to be able to take it. And now they've got the Aegis. Now they're just backing away. They see whoever gets caught, that's fine. But we kind of won the Roshan pit. No, maybe they're going to go back in. They killed one, and Maureen didn't die just yet. So now it's a 5 versus 4. Now it's a 5 versus 3. Now it's a 5 versus 2. Crystallis, wait, never mind. BKB, can he get away? Oh, it's going to be a close one. 33, trying to slow him down. Finally, the magic meter runs out. They get the charge, and that's it. 3 dead, no losses on the side of Tundra.
Oh, it's just such a hard contest there. Unless Tundra are grouped up in the pit or something devastating for them, which they just weren't. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, you just kind of have to go in. You start on 33 is decent, but you do use a lot, and that global just resets the whole fight. He's stuck over the cliff. You can't even really right-click him here. And massive coil from Maureen buys out time for Skiter to finish Aegis. It's just no real initiation power by the time you're done dealing with all of the zone control. Sneyking has proved to be very annoying for Boom trying to commit in. Not Boom, for Secret trying to commit into these fights. I'm used to watching Dota. I see FBZ. I assume we're talking about Boom, but we're not. As he is getting pummeled in another region right now. And this game has just gotten out of Secret's control.
Tries to jump ship to another region. You jumped to the wrong one, FBZ. If you wanted to start getting dubs again, I don't know if Western Europe's the easy region to go to.
I respect that though, right? It's gonna make you a better player. And
oh, no doubt.
Armel's still looking for the kills, but Immersion has cliffed himself, very fortunately.
Oh no, he didn't get another Maelstrom proc.
Wow, that was quite an outplay. I don't know if that was intentional. But he got him. Armel does not know where he went. Got his butterfly completed for Skiter. This is an insane power spike for the Juggernaut. They do not have an answer to this one. Their magic damage is not nearly good enough to deal with him right now. Not to mention his Omni Slashes are just damn free this game. There's not much that stops him outside of the Lotus FPZ was building and the disruption on a key target. But you have Global. You can go in with Omni Slash Global. It's kind of a nice mini combo. What's your answer? It's just someone is dead. There's no summons to tank it up. There's no Manta illusions from Universal Heroes, anything like this. Somebody is getting Omni Slash. Somebody is not going to like it. You're just gonna have to choose who it is, and I doubt it's gonna be Puppey.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, Puppey's gonna be have to one to scare him back from this high ground push. Trying to give some space for Crystallis to just keep farming. I mean, obviously he's the Bloodseeker expert, so I'm looking at its item builds because I'm sure he's played against a lot of Juggernauts. He must have some idea about how to be able to win this game, but it's just not too apparent to me. Like, he's going Lincolns to try and deal with the Omni Slash.
I mean, he's going the Manta Lincolns. Those are the two items that will best help him deal with it, but it's not helping you win the man fight. And that's another problem with this matchup. Jug can just sit there under Healing Ward, right-clicking you down to absolute death. What is the answer to that? That's generally something like an AC, an Abyssal, Scotty, Satanic type territory. It's just not going to be there this game. And he doesn't have anybody to help. I mean, I guess Armel can pick up some of the slack here, but does feel like he's not been able to find the momentum he was looking for.
No.
Despite being 5-2. Just not the highest impact core kills.
Looking back on it, like we did talk about, man, this timing from Secret is going to be very dangerous. But they just could not seem to catch a single hero. Was there something you feel like Secret could have done better? Like, should they have just like forced objectives more, gone for these tier 2 pushes, gone for an early Roshan? Like, what could they have done?
I think it just had to be Armel ganking the side lanes and like snowballing these other 2 cores and translating it into towers with cores combining early on in the game. So they have more space to operate and they can punish Juggernaut on the map. I don't really know what else would have done it. Like, I feel like your last pick has to bring some objective taking because you're getting outscaled with this Juggernaut Bloodseeker matchup. Just never happened.
I mean, I guess the problem I see with that is I don't know how you catch the Juggernaut, you know?
I mean, you don't necessarily need to catch him as long as you're punching the rest of his team, taking away a lot of the space.
That just kind of leaves the Bat Rider like killing 33 over and over again.
Yeah, but then at least you're getting something.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, if you keep killing him, it's likely you can get a Roshan off it.
I guess kind of where I'm leading to is it does feel like Tundra have much better options when it comes to the draft. Like, if they win the lanes, okay, great. But if they don't, they can stall the game out. If, you know, like, if they can't fight anywhere in the mid game, they can keep stalling for late game where they're really good.
It's just a product of they have Puck and Bat first, very limited catch, which means they can always control where the fights happen, where they happen, and basically at what point they want to take them. Because they're controlling the lanes, Secret can't catch them on the map, then again, how does this lineup force a fight? You can't really just go in the pit and do it either.
I don't know why, but I associate the hero to player combination to be the opposite. Like, when I see techies, I think of Sneyking, and when I see the silencer, I think of Puppey. So every single time, I was just about to say, man, Puppey's really farmed on that silencer. A hand of Midas working towards a refresher, but no, that's Sneyking. King of the West.
You know what pick would have been sick for last pick Lone Druid here? I think last pick Lone Druid would have destroyed Puck in the one-on-one, and then it gives you a hero that you can just go through with your 2 other fighting cores and force the fights into Tundra, which is what their lineup doesn't want to have to do, right? That's the downside of Tundra's lineup. Like, we're talking about how good it is and a lot of stuff, but the downside is if you're just pushing objectives and forcing Tundra into you, their lineup isn't that great because they just have to commit into you and they're going to ball up to do it. They have to use the global aggressively, and if you can survive that, you're just going to win the fight in the end.
Yeah.
Some hero like Lone Druid, or if they had the Juggernaut, would have been really nice here for Secret. The Wind Ranger is just not giving you that, which means you have to just up the kill tempo. And if you don't up the kill tempo, this is what happens. The game's going to get stalled out. Tundra are a very good defensive-oriented team, stalling these games, hitting their timings. I mean, Sneyking has just bought up Midas on Silencer here and just been ricing it up.
Yeah.
Like, this team knows how to get the most out of the limited resources they're going to split between everybody. It's just a good item pickup. It's already paid off. He has a 4-staff. He's going to get a refresher in this game on top of the shard. Double global is going to destroy Secret in these fights. You're not going to be able to cast a Shadow Demon spell for forever. And that's with a Lotus Rush on Yamich here.
Unfortunately, Armel is not a Lone Druid player, but
no, he's not.
I could still see, like, the Tiny would have given you better option of killing the Juggernaut, right? Because it's a blink instant stun, and it gives you better objective taking, probably.
There's Lasso Global and Omni. Little Omni.
Eggs. Yeah, little Omni.
Just a little baby Omni. Tell him what's up. You can get these Jug Illusions off the Disruption. That's one way to use Tundra's net worth against them. They're pretty decently strong. They also look cool.
Yeah. Running around like an anime character.
Just have to be able to land the stuns somehow. Needs to be a shackle. Oh, he tried to force him out of the coil, but not big enough. Now you might pay the price. Oh,
Jumps over to the other side. Oh, man. A small little opening for Secret to play for, but they miss it. Malrine tipping over FBZ. Meanwhile, Skiter just taking just more real estate while he can.
Skiter feels invincible this game. Absolutely invincible. I mean, I guess so does Malrine, and they both have 0 deaths, so they truly are invincible. And that is Octarine plus Arcane Rune done for Puck. On top of that Psychic Headband, so he's trying to push people out of coil. What an annoying combo. And Immersion just going for that Glimmer Cape planar pocket build. We saw Seb do this one on the Breaker. Extremely tanky to the spell damage when you go in. You almost don't care what you're tanking, but hey, if you tank that Rupture, if you tank an S-Deal, you're very happy about that too. Well, maybe not the S-Deal, but you will free up space for your cores for sure. And Ags finished for 33, man. An interesting item pickup. Not when I see him go a lot on this bat, but
Look at Maureen.
makes sense.
Okay, you gotta get this one.
Global,
Please
though.
tell me. Please. Kill him. Do not let him get away again.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
This is just disgusting.
They were smoking to the Roshan pit too, but at least if they could have killed Maureen, it would have been something.
And then they got the charge. You know Tundra want to take this fight.
Oh yeah, any fight is good at this point. Rolling
Secret
Thunder
Misty
just
BKBs.
bump Skiter. Don't get Omni Slash. It's going to be a death of you. Shackle Shot. They do manage to latch that secret. I can't believe they're still playing for this one. They're trying to get the kill. Oh no, he managed to get off the switch slash. Does manage to get away. He still has his Aegis, of course. Now they're going to start TPing out. Shadow Demon's going to die. 2 supports down. FBZ, of course, no Rolling Thunder. So unlikely to get away. Nice play by Immersion. He knows they've already caught FBZ, so he looks for more. Stops Crystallis' TP. Oh, FBZ. Well, never mind. Crystallis dies, and FBZ is the one to survive. Still, a better kill for it to the favor of Tundra.
If you're not getting the puck when he goes into your 1v5 like this, that tells the story of this entire game. And the global, perfectly on point here, definitely bails him out. He would have got shackled to a tree. I mean, you just feel bad, right? Like, it's just that cat playing with the mice. What you would do to have an Abyssal Blade right there. But of course, Tundra are not giving that opportunity. I mean, how is this lead up to 32,000, by the way? Like, what?
That's the
It just
Tundra
seems like it
effect.
comes out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
I feel like at 20 minutes, it was 4 or 5K. So they've extracted almost 30,000 gold in the last 10 minutes here.
Yeah.
Just a ridiculous rise in net worth.
3,000 gold a minute.
2,500. It's damn impressive what this team is able to do when you give them the space. And just 0 deaths as well. Like, I don't remember the last time Seeker found anybody on this map. Okay, another very aggressive move.
All right, Maureen.
Nice. Round of applause right there, boys and girls. They finally...
We did it.
They got a core hero.
I mean, Secret. Maybe maybe they are losing this game, objectively speaking. But that felt like a win.
It was a moral victory.
Yeah.
2,200 gold kill.
Don't worry, guys. We finally killed the puck. He's got a death.
Hey.
Meanwhile, the win probability says this game is over.
I mean, nobody believes in that probability anyway.
I do.
Well, you're foolish. Because here is the comeback smoke for Secret. Easy line up there. No focus fire, though. So
Oh no,
not that easy.
Skeeter's here. Run!
You got the healing ward. Oh, Lotus
Oh,
Omni.
Lotus on Swift Slash, but he still has his Omni Slash, and he will bounce over to the
double
hero
lasso.
and absolutely decimate them. Crystallis is running off him, fumes right now. He turns around, he's like, you know what? This is the final fight. Just go for it. He can't kill the Bat Rider because, of course, he's just going to play around the cliff, and Immersion's going to dive in. Oh, the disarm. That saves him. It bails him out. Doesn't bail out Puppey, though.
That was one of the fastest diebacks in a while. Puppey sacrifices his body for the carry. A commendable feat, but not one that will save the buildings here for Secret in this BO1. As the lead continues to balloon.
I thought they already had a second lane of barracks.
No, they've just been slaying
They
them.
got to go for third.
Keep in mind there's refresher on Sneyking as well, so those globals that have been bailing the puck out, he has 2 of them. Might is eventually paying off here.
Well, you know what, Avery? I'm glad we started off talking about this game by
Another double lasso for the road, why not?
beautiful.
And that'll do it.
We talked about who you thought was the best team of the 3.
Yeah.
And you did not list a team in this matchup, which is actually very, very nice, because now we can see how Tundra can fare up against Evil Geniuses, and maybe how Secret fails up against matches up there, because Secret obviously have to be able to win. against EG in order to